so much of the Allie X brand is visual, and you've done so many fashion weeks, and you've teamed up with brands and photographers and designers and all of this. I feel like Allie X is as much the sound as it is the aesthetic. It's all kind of, the aesthetic is so poignant that I'm curious to know, were you working on that before you released your first song, or has it evolved through the process?
Yeah, the aesthetic has always been really important to me. I may start rambling, but I'm going to try to explain kind of how that happened. I think throughout school, like I wasn't bullied in a terrible way, but I was always made fun of a bit. I was always a bit weird. I was never sought after by guys. Like no one was ever attracted to me, and I never felt attractive. And when I started playing music, I guess, Canadian labels used to kind of pop into shows and stuff, and no one was ever understanding what I was doing. And my music wasn't that great at that time. And I guess I just kind of learned from all those 20 odd years of like rejection and not seeing myself ever wearing like a cute, sexy outfit. Like I felt like I needed to represent myself in a way that was appealing for other reasons. And that's when I started to collect images around the same time I started to produce. And I used to just build, boards of kind of how, even if it wasn't how I wanted to look, it would sometimes just be an obscure photo that would give me like the feeling. And I ended up calling that feeling X.
Cool.
And I mean, a lot of it's just that Tumblr style imagery, but it really resonated with me. And I found that after all those years of searching and producing and collaborating and collecting and musing, when I arrived to Los Angeles, I had my pitch ready. And I didn't think of it in those terms, but now I do. I had my 3 songs. They were sounding good. They were interesting. And I had my style. And it was a package that was like ready to, people understood.
Sure.
And that was a really good feeling. And I don't know, moving forward into like all the albums and all the images I've done, it's just something now that I really enjoy. And like you said, I see it almost as important as the music in the project.
Are you the creative director behind
Yes.
most of the art that's put out?
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Always.
I always, I never take the photos myself. I never edit the videos myself, but I pick the photographer, I give them the references, and I sit behind the editor and say, you should cut there.